in Port Elizabeth?
She is in Port Elizabeth, and it would seem that funeral procession has now moved from the family home to the church.
Okay.
And this, of course, a very, very difficult 2 weeks for the nation. We've lost some really towering figures to our society. It's Nomhle Nkonyeni. You also had James Small. Then you had Johnny Clegg, Mark Batchelor, all in a space of 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I know James Small's funeral was had earlier this week.
I think it was yesterday.
Johnny Clegg was also buried.
Yeah, a very small private funeral.
A small private funeral, yes.
This
Johnny
funeral,
Clegg.
however, is much bigger.
Much
this
bigger.
one, of course, is a provincial
It has official
state
status,
funeral.
yes.
Yeah, so we're going to find out a lot more about this. Let's go to Jayed right now so we can find out from her what is happening and when the whole procession is about to get underway for veteran actress Nomhle Nkonyeni.
Well, a very, very sad day indeed. We are coming to you from the Arthur Wellington Methodist Church here in New Brighton, where several of the community members as well as the family members have congregated for a very short memorial service. They're going to be moving afterwards. If Blom can just show you, they will be moving from the church to Nangoza Jebe Hall. As you can see on your screens right now, the police brigade are getting ready for that hearse to come out, as well as her nearest and dearest and the immediate family. And this is a very, very sad day for the family. You know what, Sakina and Leanne, just chatting to the church members, because you would know that Umama Hlehle, as she was affectionately known, was also a very, very Christian type of individual. She loved the church dearly, and I'm told that whenever she came home to Port Elizabeth, she would come to her church here in New Brighton and listen to the word of God, would also impart knowledge as well to the younger generation. And just speaking to some of the congregants, who were waiting for the service earlier on, they were saying that she would have loved this. She would have loved that all her family are in one place. The community members, the people that she grew up, are coming to celebrate her life, and not to mourn, but really celebrate a life well lived. Now, I'm told that there are several dignitaries that are expected to make their way to Nangoza Jebe Hall for the official provincial funeral service, Umama Nomhle Nkonyeni, and they will also be giving their tributes and also be telling the nation about the type of person that Umama was, because when you speak to her nearest and dearest, you get a sense that she was a very stern woman, Sakina. She was a very strong woman, and I think the many stories behind the woman that took to the stage will come out, and we'll get a sense of the type of person that Umama was. But on your screens right now, if Blom can just show you, they are getting ready for that hearse to come out, and for the family members as well as some of the community members who have come out this morning to pay their last tributes to Umama Nomhle Nkonyeni, affectionately known as Umama Hlehle, here in New Brighton. And many of the people that lived with her, many of the people that grew up with her have also come out. I've seen several of the elderly also walking down this road here at the Arthur Wellington Methodist Church, and wanting to also pay tribute to a woman that they said have also put her on the map, because she is a legend, she is an icon, and she is a veteran from the Eastern Cape. So they're going to be paying tributes to her. But we will bring you all of this once we move over to Nangoza Jebe Hall and take that processions live. Leanne.
Jade, thanks very much for the update there. As you heard, we'll continue to monitor what's going on there. But at the moment, she's at the Arthur Wellington Methodist Church, and they are awaiting the arrival of the body of Nomhle Nkonyeni. So her funeral is today.
And they will, of course, proceed to the Nangoza Jebe Hall. And that, for me, I was interested in who was Nangoza Jebe, and found an article from 1956. The 11th of April 1956, penned by no other than Govan Mbeki himself.
Oh, wow.
And this was in the New Age
I know
in
you've been looking at this.
1956.
Yeah.
And there's a picture of him there. It's just that I don't know which of the three because it doesn't actually say. But in this picture, there's a picture of John Nangoza Jebe and two others, and he was shot by police on March the 23rd, and he was one of the freedom fighters and one of the people who resisted. And his funeral, Govan Mbeki goes on to write, says, it's the greatest funeral ever known in these parts. Over 30,000 people gathered in New Brighton last Friday to honor the memory of John Nangoza Jebe, who was shot during a clash with police on March the 23rd.
Oh, interesting.
So that's who the man was.
That's really interesting.
I told you, I love latching on to little
Yes.
bits of things
Yes.
that just
You know,
fly by.
sometimes we take the naming of places for granted.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, okay, so we're going to be moving over there. But, you know, what does that mean? Why is it named after him? So, nice one. Thank you. Thanks for filling us in on that one. And it's one of those real old newspaper cutouts that Sakina is looking at. It's still got that yellowy feel. I can almost smell it out of your computer screen. It's wonderful. All right, let's take a break here on the program. And if I'm not mistaken, we might be going back to Mzwai